negative. You ain't not never done that. I swear he pulled up a quadruple negative. You ain't not never not done that. I'm like, you ain't not never not been to class? I think he should be a prosecuting attorney, because could you imagine somebody being tried for murder? He's like, you ain't not never not pulled the trigger? You got a 50% chance he's going to confess right there. Now, my wife from Texas does love to cook, but right now she's on a diet. She's on a tofu diet. Have you ever heard of tofu diet? You know what tofu is? You're clapping? Tofu is straight from the pit of hell. That's what tofu is. Tofu is a white jello that has no flavor or taste or smell, that you cook in a pan next to another food, and it sucks the life out of the other food. That is demonic. Tofu is one of China's biggest exports. You know why? They don't want that crap either. There's only one country in the world that doesn't like tofu, and that's England. Too much flavor. Now, my wife and I, we have 2 children now. And how come no one tells you how hard it is to have a kid? No one tells you. When you first get married, no one comes up and says how hard it is. For those of you without children in here, and I know who you are because you're smiling and happy. For those of you without kids, you know what it's like to raise a kid? Have you ever had to take care of a really drunk friend of yours? Raising a kid is exactly the same thing, but this one won't sober up for 3 years. It's the same thing, isn't it? You have to carry him everywhere. You're like, could you walk? And they're drooling. They're throwing up constantly. Just you can't understand a word they're saying. Aya. They have no control. They take their clothes off in public. Just woo! They cry at the drop of a hat. Just and the only way to shut them back up, you have to give them another bottle. Now, life made a lot of sense to me. I grew up in Seattle. I went to school. I majored in business. Now I'm a comedian. My parents are ticked. But there's so much stuff in school they didn't teach us in life. So I'm going to show you how life really goes down, what they do not teach us in school, right? You wake up into your world in about age 16. About age 16, you start saying to yourself, oh, I have to get a job one day. So I'm going to have to work real hard at a skill to make money. But you know what? I want to make a lot of money. So I'm going to work for years to become an expert at this skill. Then I get a relationship going. Now I have to keep the job going because she needs a lot of money. But now, not only do I have to be an expert at my job, all of a sudden I have to be an expert at relationships. This is hard. She wants me to be masculine yet sensitive. I don't know if I'm supposed to be Richard Gere or Richard Simmons. Then we bought a house. Now I have to be a plumber, I have to be an electrician, I have to be a landscape artist, I have to be an expert at taxes. Now we have children. Now I'm a doctor. Now I'm a doctor, I'm a mentor, I'm a theologian, and all of a sudden I hear from my wife, honey, I don't get enough attention. There is no time! I have no time left. See you later.